that, and poof, guys, Facebook guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? Happy Sunday. Fun day Sunday. I'm smiling because I'm off for a little bit. I finally got some well-deserved time off to myself. Happy Sunday to you. Oh my God, there's a lot of national days today. I'm going to get right to it because I can go on with tonight's show friggin' for hours. But I won't do that to you guys. But it's National Sober Day. And I heard the beautiful quote behind that because there's a lot of synonyms with it. Rational, logical, clear-headed, thoughtful. With me, I had to figure it out at 23, man. I don't know if you guys know the story. I think I said it here on America's Mentor. I had a fight with a girl. She's actually a friend of mine on Facebook. And I indulged. 23-year-old, ignorant, little pisshead. I drank all this stuff, did all this white powder, and I go driving all night long. Next thing I know, I wake up, and I thought I had parked in a parking lot. I remember clearly going over these humps. And here I am, okay, great, I'm in a parking lot. I get to relax now. Next thing I know, I'm sitting there, and then I hear a tap on my window. And that was a police officer. He's banging on my window. He goes, "Wake up." And I'm like, "What? What's the matter? I'm in a parking lot." He goes, "No, you're not, meatball. You're in the middle of a four-way intersection. And you parked your car, you're blocking traffic. It's Sunday morning," thinking of Sunday here. Thank God it wasn't that busy. But he goes, "I want you to get out of the car and look behind you." I'm like, "What?" There was the bumps I was going over, that was people's lawns. I can laugh about it now. But the cop goes, "Where do you live?" And I said, "Oh, I live right there." And sure enough, he let me go home. At the young age of 23, I realized what sober was. And to me, they had a great quote on their National Sober Day. The opposite of addiction is connection. And that was that. And granted, I wasn't a drinker, and I never basically drank since then. I never had a passion for it. Not because I'm some advocate of sobriety. No, it's just I don't like being out of state. I need to be in control of the old mind, and booze didn't really do it for me very well. The light stuff kind of kicked you up for about 15 minutes, but that didn't do it as well. But it's also a lot of national other days too, man. It's National Live Creative Day. Ask yourself the question, we all got gifts, man. We all got hobbies and gifts in life. You start getting in that kind of mode of living this creative life, it only expands from there. Get away from the distractions, the temporary fixes, whatever that's the one thing I love about life. I always try to enhance the creativity, hence America's Mentor and all the things involved with that as well. It's also National Pet Memorial Day. This is a long national day up, man. But great history behind pets, because if you go to old Hollywood cemeteries in California, a lot of the actors are buried next to their pets. Pets are amazing. Dogs especially. I say it many times here, spell it backwards, and you get the reason why. And most importantly for you cream lovers out there, it's National Cream-Filled Donut Day. From being in the field now, going on almost 40 years, moderation. Moderation is the key. People say, why are you the same weight since high school? I said, not because I don't eat it, because I know what's in it, but you also can have it once in a while. You can treat yourself to that stuff. Just don't turn it into a daily ritual. You're not gonna reap any good rewards out of that stuff. But coming from last week and all the events that have been happening the past week and a half, it's been a very emotional time, especially in a lot of people's lives. And I posted a couple, which I don't normally do, but I posted, memorials for what has happened, and indeed I did not forget any of them. I see all of them indeed. But out of the quote box tonight is something really important, not to coincide with it, but now I can get back to what I was going to do last week and feature an amazing book by Neville Goddard. And I'm going to go right out of the quote box more real, because this is relevant to everybody's daily life, and I'll give you a short perusing of his book it's definitely life-changing. And it's also free. If you guys go on and you click on the book, you literally can read the first 30 pages. I mean, this is the beauty about life. We have everything at our fingertips, man. We have everything right here. But I'm going to get right to the real. The first part will be out of the quote box tonight first part of the reel says, if you keep thinking yesterday's thoughts, you'll keep living yesterday's life. I mean, that's what I like about National Sober Day. The opposite of addiction is connection. A lot of us are addicted, literally addicted, to what happened to us. I mean, we've created rituals every morning, getting up and thinking about it. And I've been guilty of that and many moons, and I still practice that every day. Why do you think I journal? Journal is just affirming the mindset that I'm trying to implant and that I have implanted in my brain. I mean, if you guys think about it, journaling is not some abstract goal writing down shit. No, it's repetitiously writing the thoughts that you want to, how should we say, reinforce. And if you keep doing it long enough, they're going to become from unnatural to a natural state of being. That's the whole point of journaling, my friends. It's repetition on steroids. And if you keep doing it, your mind's going to become it. And that's the beautiful thing about transformation. You literally just have to keep doing the same thing you've always wanted to do. Not only are you going to get better at it, but you're going to implant it. You're going to add rebar, concrete, and anchoring thoughts that are just going to make you feel amazing all day long. Again, here's from that reel. This is really cool. If you keep thinking yesterday's thoughts, you keep living yesterday's life. That's not destiny. That's a habit loop. That's a habit loop. Excuse me. If your thoughts affect how you feel, and your feelings in any given moment affect how you behave in that moment, then your thoughts are controlling your life. And, you know, it goes on to say, so change them. You are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are the awareness. In other words, the observer of what's going on in your life. You're not allowing what around you is going to encumber what you're trying to do. You are the awareness, watching it all unfold. I mean, talk about being a director in the biggest movie is your life, and you're directing it because your awareness of it, you're making changes to it, and you're not reacting to situations but creating better ones to live by. So today, think a new thought, feel a new emotion, and reality will follow. Because when you remember, in other words, put back together the parts, you're the observer, you'll stop being the prisoner of your own thoughts. And that came from a great reel. And I forgot the guy. I'm sorry, dude. So if you watch America's Mentor, shout out to you. You can throw it in the comments. But I'm going to get right to it. Neville Goddard's A Guide to Confident Living. I love this book because this was actually before. This is not Neville Goddard. I'm sorry. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Why do I got Neville Goddard on the brain? I've read too many books, man. Norman Vincent Peale. This was actually his book before The Power of Positive Thinking. And this was back in 1948, man. A beautiful, beautiful start. Now, you notice how I said if you click on the book, you're going to get a preview of the first 30 pages. On there, it begins after the preface. It starts with the story of a doctor, a prominent doctor. I'm not sure if it's New York where Dr. Peale was, where he started his ministry down there. But it talks about a prominent doctor and all these people. I mean, the guy had a waiting list. He was that good. He literally solved everybody's problems. But a lot of people were intrigued how he can do that. And what he did, he goes, I'm not going to give you my services until you sign this paper and do exactly what I say. And a lot of people literally signed off on it, not realizing what he was telling them to do, which was quite ironic. You couldn't do that now, though, obviously. The guy would probably get sued. But he healed a lot of people. He helped a lot of people. And after the people signed it, he goes, now go off and do it. And when they finally read it and realized, he was telling them to go to church every Sunday. He was telling them, go to church every Sunday. You don't have to believe what he's saying. You don't have to believe in the sermon. But go there and feel the energy and the mood of the atmosphere you're living in. And granted, this guy was treating patients with anxiety, stress, issues at home. He was saying, look, go there and feel the energy. You don't have to listen to the words what they're saying there. You don't even have to believe in them. All I'm telling you to do is get into a different environment and keep doing that every Sunday and come back and we'll talk about treatment. I mean, the majority of people that went back there didn't need any treatment. Not because they went to church there, Meatball, because they were put in a different environment. A Guide to Confident Living is the book from Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. And don't get me wrong, it's Norman Vincent Peale on this book. This is before he became a doctor. or indoctrinated, as far as accredited with. A Guide to Confident Living emphasizes faith, positivity, and self-belief. That's exactly what that doctor was telling people to do. He's going there, get in a better environment, calm down, reflect, connect, stop being addicted to your thoughts and your habits every day, and be there in a moment of reflection of how to reinstall better beliefs in your life that'll help you along to get rid of the stress, the anxiety, and the issues in your life. And this was, back then, modern medicine wasn't as it is now. Back then, the painkillers were the norm, the Valiums and whatever else they were giving out back then. They didn't really have the treatments as they do now. So people really just went to doctors. They were frequent flyers. They wanted pain meds all day long. Codeine, all these other things, were rampant back then. They were actually developed. What was it? Quaaludes, I think it was developed for housewives because they were going crazy back then. But his recommendation, which is profound. If you can, like I said, you can go to that, A Guide to Confident Living by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. You can go to his, that page, read the first 30 pages, and you'll find out that the majority of our problems in life are self-imposed. The majority are all psychosomatic, self-imposed habits, loops and habits of thought that have really made us addicted, and we don't realize how to get out of them. Like I mentioned before, journaling for me is just a reinstallment of the person I've always wanted to be. Now it's getting enhanced more. I'm getting more and more pages on of the desires and dreams. Before it was just conditioning. This is basically what he's telling us. He's saying you have to recondition what you've been conditioned to believe. And when you get past that, you'll realize that, wow, you have a different perspective, hence your awareness about life, and you're realizing the potentials that you're creating from it. And he goes on to say, cultivating a life and mindset of expectancy for favorable outcomes. It's a shift of perspective. And granted, this is 1948. We all know this now. We all know the drill. But a lot of us are addicted to who we are instead of where we want to go or who we want to be. You're just picking a new identity that's going to manifest in your outside world if you keep doing it every single day. He goes on to say, believe in yourself, have confidence in your powers. Any fact facing us is not as important as our attitude towards it. Any fact facing us is not as important as our attitude towards it. When you transform, and this is beautiful, when you transform, into the person you've always wanted to become, and granted it's a process, you look at things so much differently. You're not flying off the handle at a traffic stop anymore, Meatball. You literally have transformed your life into the environment you've always wanted to. That's why the doctor was saying in the very beginning, I want you to go to church and just sit there. You don't have to believe it. I just want you to absorb it like a sponge, the environment that these people are in and the vibration they're giving off. He was showing them a new life just by sitting there, not doing nothing, and feeding off the peace of mind and the clarity which they forgot about their stresses and their ills and their psychosomatic ailments that they keep producing every day. That's exactly what he's telling us. And he's simplified it, but granted, this has been in scripture for, and even before that, and, in Buddhism and Hinduism, even before the life of Christ, these people were telling us, get into a state of mind, know your awareness, know what you're remembering, hence putting back the parts of your thoughts in life. What are you putting back together every day? The minute you step out of bed. These are thoughts that you have to ask yourself every day to get out of that so-called hamster wheel of addictive thoughts that keep holding you back. You want to know what's holding you back? Yourself. You were holding yourself back, and I had to realize that too for a long time there, Meatball. And life was the problem. No, I was holding myself back with my looping thoughts of the person that I was instead of the person that I've always wanted to be. He goes into physicality. We are beginning to comprehend the basic truth hithereof neglected, that our physical condition is determined very largely by our emotional condition. This guy was talking quantum science back in the 40s, baby. He was getting into it. Law of attraction and action. Our emotional life is profoundly regulated by our thought life. Free book. Go read it. It'll inspire that all of you. He goes into mindfulness. Personally, I believe that prayer is sending out vibrations to another and God. All of the universe is in vibration. He must have been listening to Einstein back then, man. He must have. This is when Einstein's theory was taking hold in the field out there. The reaction to human beings is also in vibration. He goes into telepathy, direct transmitting thoughts of feelings from one mind to another. Indeed, we are constantly communicating. I mean, hitherto now. I mean, think about, you think of a person and you get a text from them. I mean, this is not hairy fairy shit there, Meatball. This is science. I mean, you start living your life from a scientific level rather than from this abstract belief that you keep holding on to that's not getting you where you want to go. You are going to go to the most amazing places. Choice. Do the thing you fear. And the death of fear is certain. Indeed, face your fears or your fears will face you. Whenever a negative thought concerning your personal powers comes to mind, deliberately voice a positive thought to cancel it out. What is he saying? Affirmations. Not in your mind, but out loud. The power of the tongue. I mean, death and life are in the power of the tongue. They didn't say these words in scripture for no reason. They were saying, look, verbalize it. Verbalize. Get in the car and friggin' scream, man. That's it. And now with the phones and, cars hooked up, Bluetooth. I mean, you see people driving. They're going into these conversations. I mean, who knows? It could be affirming themselves a better day. I do it. People see me driving. What's he saying? Don't worry about it. I'm in my own world there. And I'll leave you with this, guys, on this Sunday. Act as if. Indeed. You heard it before. I mean, they're telling us back in 48. Act as if you feel afraid, act courageous. If you're unhappy, act happy. Practice gratitude and love. Embrace positive expectations. What is he saying? Plant, plant, plant. Cultivate, cultivate, cultivate. You guys, remember, you're emotional farmers there, man. We're planting seeds all the time of our emotions and our thoughts every single day. You keep doing that, and watch how life is going to evolve, literally right in front of you. You're going to start being better. You're going to start seeing better. You're going to start acting better. You're going to start living better. So, guys, happy Sunday to you. I hope this helped. Get that book by Dr. Vincent Peale, man. I'm telling you, either that or just peruse it online. I mean, Neville Goddard, I'm sorry. I got that Neville Goddard in the brain. But he was life-changing to me, as was Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. A Guide to Confident Living, America's Mentor, _radio on Instagram, # America's Mentor on YouTube. Much love for the follows and shares, guys. You are out of bounds. Thank you so much. I have some time off this week. I got a lot of plans, but indeed, I am going to be here up your butt to remind you that you are special, to remind you that everything is possible when you think anything is possible, and for you to realize that you are the one in control. Remember that. You're the one in control here. Don't let the past affect you. Don't create a future based on your past, and realize how special you are, guys. Enjoy your Sunday, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon, man.